Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals. True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling? Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on.
Our goal here is we can't hear any music.
Yes, I think...
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue! You know perfectly well that Paimon... Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep. Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
How do you feel right now? Shenhe!
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain. Okay, fine. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Glad you're okay. As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of work.
As ever, the Conqueror... Right. How's your... Oh. I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However... Oh, earlier this morning, I noticed she would... So please excuse me for... Sure.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm not. Oh, so you...
Yep. Oh, speaking...
Music?
It's
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us.
Yay! That's really helpful.
We were just talking.
Oh, really?
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's got deaf! Paimon can't hear anything! Oh, whew! Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke.
The faint sound of birds.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh. And a melody is...
Huh?
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what...
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin said?
Mm-hmm. That was
It felt... As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, when you hummed the...
Wow, Shen. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like, what about you?
I don't remember if my parents... I know some local folk. The songs of the sailors down at the... Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Leoa probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies... Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes in that sense...
You go!
Yes, technically speaking.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to... I've planted many types...
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly...
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really?
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus type?
Master.
Our greetings.
Double humph. One has well, shall one lead the...
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Is this Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her? Guizhong, long ago, Sea Gazer would...
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was.
He was an old... Once he had brought out the treasure. It would predictably... As Adepti, his treasure...
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses.
What kind of...
No kind of... She always sought to make... It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
You... Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Precisely. Even one, each of those old... We would drink to Streetwood Ram...
Streetward Ramble?
That would be Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a or are you saying that...
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow. One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now. In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles.
We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Gui Zhang's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Gui Zhang was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Gui Zhang and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Gui Zhang's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Gui Zhang was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished—
What? You have loads of friends! And you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces, does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation, despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Gui Zhang was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Gui Zhang's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait! That's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come. As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. one remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetwood Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the two once... Once upon a time, music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to our satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetwood Rambler.
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, though the strings that...
Aww.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps as of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are...
If I may be...
Oh?
I've been in Liyue Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, no loss can ever be undone. But there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred...
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
You youngsters and your imagination...
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last...
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back... Say...
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment.
What?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest. It appears you made...
Oh,
Miss Illuminated.
Said what?
Cuz you're the one.
Street word. One, given that lantern rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Ahem. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh? All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Ah, let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the...
Who's...
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her. After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who, although Guizhong...
so...
Once upon a time, but as she interacted more and more, she marveled at the beauty. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of... and a human.
She always had that her mechanical
Speaking of mechanic...
Of course. Guizhong and One both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no over...
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight...
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us, it was Liyue
Harbor.
Oh, yeah, we've been dying. Oh, also, with...
I can make arrangements for...
Oh, it's been a long time, and there was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much...
So the past...
Oh, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief, despite this, just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the lantern rites.
Well, Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Oh, that's well, in that case...
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some, work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak.
Huh?
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. this was
When you next see the fire...
You got it, madam.
Thank you all. As for that
Wow.
when that time comes, wherever her spirit may be,
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
But a momentary distraction.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too! Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious? I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an Adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madam Ping possesses vast...
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly.
I think that can wait until after the concert, though.
Ah, speaking of, Madam Ping, Paimon has a
Wait, are you serious? Oh no. Okay, alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Before we set off...
Please, share your insights with me.
And music is... like...
It sounds...
Wait, does that mean...
Mm-hmm. As long as everyone enjoys the fest... Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Whew. That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway, fancy bamboo shoots! Zhang-Li said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right? Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked them by himself. Ugh. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Da 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 da. Da da da. Oh.
All right, let's take a break here.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight? Okay.
We have all this
Invisible...
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking. Come on.
What's wrong? There once was a Fontaine musician who went with my words, Shinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor.
Well,
take the stage by storm with...
For sure! The whole...
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Huh. Guess we'll just have...
Oh, Zhongli. It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for the...
Yeah, that's right. To tell the truth.
I can speak to...
And jumps.
Actually, Xinyan...
Sure thing.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
It's illuminated deer and illuminated bird number 2.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow-cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism, is that...
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just come? She seems to take a...
I trust that you found the answer. Excellent. The past when the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Oh, Zhongli, she said. When she says perform... As for the big...
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll...
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hutao, and this is a little something called... The Bleed! sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo! Yeah!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Shao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Shao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinyue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli, but I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I heard that the audience loved it too. And she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever. And Yoonjin's...
Yep. And they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to...
The performance what?
Us. Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating,
you know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch... Could it be... Kuching? Ningguang? Or... Captain Beidou?
She didn't clarify. And as her...
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. To convene here with...
It's almost Lantern Rite. Yet you took all the trouble coming here. Rex Lapis, May I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh. Then why would you come all the way to
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao.
What about the set? I'm sure you're exact.
There he goes. Everyone here did. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons is great.
You should take a seat too,
Oh? When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring up...
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh.
You know Xiao...
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the... Hard to imagine that...
Likewise.
It is a great honor. I remember you mentioned...
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person.
Whoa. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too hard.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends, after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention, then?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky. Bidding fair. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, cooking, helping with the family, and of course, everyone has done. As the one who brought...
Huh? Sounds kind of self-important, but...
It wasn't as complicated.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the...
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Park. Is there something you need?
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the Guardian Yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Adepti, that is how the board...
That's right. But despite our deep-rooted connection, you know him pretty well.
This matter is out of my...
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's...
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away!
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, thanks to his help. Things...
Right! Wait, what?
Seeds of
And cultivate, that voice.
If I'm not... Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome her.
No such need.
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought...
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to...
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes. Monsters become more active than... I was patrolling
And Bard...
Oh, right. And this Bard was performing in Dihua Mart. It was a...
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli.
And...
That's very
Oh?
Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across from the sophisticated way he speaks. It's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise. Xiao, you're an adept.
Sorry.
But Paimon thinks you're super knowledge. Huh?
I've actually heard the guests in the...
Now that I've heard that he's elegant and...
I would say... There's one I heard. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's...
I think so, too. If I were to give it an ultimate...
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has...
You have great...
Of course!
Hey, Mind lending me a few books when we get back? I don't know if it...
I don't think...
Changyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is...
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a getting to know other musical style. As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Xinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I...
We usually drink wine during occasions like this.
You're welcome. As the host of this, considering that everyone may have...
All of a sudden, they started proposing...
What's with the urgency?
Have you two finished? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air.
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then.
Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. The Adepti all have their specialties, but this time... No. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the Animo Archon is a free spirit. And his temperament is his care, and that's something I might never be able to do. No matter. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had... Yes, the parlor director, she told me that but I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capices, but I think he meant the clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. I never saw him wear this during the war.
Oh, here you... I'm not...
You're not.
Hu Tao saw that Paimon got so anxious that you... to be honest, you looked a little...
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan Xiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him, I'll be honest, so I made a few. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba, too.
You're welcome. Oh, the...
Okay.
Alrighty, we should... You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious... Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something...
Oh?
Nope. This is something I'm... Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener. Even if knowledge were...
But when it comes to... I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone...
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor direct...
Huh? We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and... It's not a bit... Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an Adeptus, the Stove God's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice. Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Please stop! If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the...
Huh? Don't get...
Oh, not a bad choice.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, which means we should choose Chongyun.
Huh? I can't be the one. Adeptus shall...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most... You should all be able to make the right judgment. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she would... Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean... Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the... Without a friend but... What?
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an
You guys! Paimon's not used to being praised like... those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon wait...
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the traveler.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Yep.
You don't have to go all polite.
It's dark out.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all.
Let's bye. Oh. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Rex Lapis.
Just Jean. I live as a more. If we were to consider.
Heaven forbid. Not you.
I heard that during the same truth. I once had a from the evidence sheet, but there are multiple sides in the legends. But whether to me, this was as true back then. Just how Shao may. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
It
looks like you The director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli! Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side. No. Paimon got it mixed up. Good chow?
No need. I've stayed here for much. The events of today occurred so... Okay, I'll